为什么？
为什么？为什么这么
It's pretty bad, but yeah, but try.
这么多人想进入中国的市场 You see the Caucasians, the accent? That's how we do it.
No, it's so bad.
That's Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. 为什么这么多人想进入中国的市场呢
That's so bad.
Why does everyone want to get into the China market? 为什么这么多人想进入中国的市场呢 So why?
Money?
Money? Besides money, they have disposable income? Yes, big
Volume.
volume.
We're looking at over 1 billion people.
Yeah, 1.3, 1.4 now?
Yeah, it's just a little over 1.3,
That's
which
a
is
lot of people.
the most populated country in the world.
Yes.
So if you're looking at just getting a little small piece of the pie, it's still a very big piece.
Yes. I remember I was in China, you know the McDonald's here, even the bigger McDonald's, they might have 3 or 4 checkout, right, when you're buying the food. In China, the McDonald's actually multiple floors. And they actually have like what, like 5, 10, a dozen, like a checkout. Right?
At least 5 to 10,
Yeah,
but
and then
all the
multiple
line
floors.
up, like all lined up.
All lined up. So it doesn't matter what you sell, just the sheer volume of it, a lot of people. Even in a small city, it's a lot of people. Shanghai, big city, 30 million people. That's the entire population of Canada in one city. So, but besides the population, what else is the advantage? Like, why do you want to sell there?
I think it's just a fresh market. Bringing something that is maybe not relatively new to us, taking it to China where they like foreign things in general. There's a certain sense of prestige.
And admiration, right?
Exactly, like, oh, you know, this is new. This is like from the Western world. This is great. You know, bringing in WWE, it's a great example. And people are thinking, why would WWE want to get into the China market?
Yeah, the wrestling sport, right?
Wrestling and, you know, China, they've never really been a big fan of things like that.
Yeah.
They've been very involved in sports like gymnastics and the like, but WWE, and it's an interesting place to develop a franchise, so to speak. But obviously, they see the potential there. They see that, hey, you know what? If we just get a little bit of traction, that can make us really big.
Yes, it's true. And a lot of different companies, even you can look at a food market, what it's here, like you can talk about the baby food, a lot of products, unfortunately in China, because of the population, that a lot of people who could afford it, that they would want high quality product. They don't even trust their own brands in China. So made in China, a lot of people, they associate that as not being good quality. Made in Japan, it's good quality. USA, good quality. And it's cheap, people know it's cheap. But if they ideally, for like the babies, they would buy safer food, drinks, even water, all kinds of products. Even here, I know a friend of mine who has those winery here, and they would sell to China. And because they could get a higher price in China versus selling it here. They can charge 3 times more money, right? Just because of they know it's made in Canada. What's been your experience?
And I think from a customer point of view, I think firstly it's because what Vic said is very fresh to them. They never tried
New
this
concept,
before. Yeah, it's like, oh, there's actually this kind of food from France or this kind of food from Europe or from Japan or even Korea. We never tried that. It's never in our culture. So it's very fresh. And the second thing is...
They like what's new. Chinese like what's new. Yeah.
Trendy, right?
Trendy, yeah.
And also the other thing is, you know, before China was more closed, even though with their passport, they need to get visa for a lot of countries. But now a lot of countries just open up to China more, and then so the Chinese tourism can go to different countries. So to them, it's more like, oh, I tried this in Paris. Oh, I tried this in Korea. This is fun. This is pretty authentic. They kind of have that feeling like, oh, I've been some places. I want more authentic food from that place other than Chinese made up.
So it's like a status thing.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So could also be maybe social media that now people travel more. And people almost talk about that they go to Japan, they buy it up Japan, right? They buy all these toilet seats and they buy all the electronics and blow dryer, everything. And they go to Korea, they buy a bunch of Korea stuff. I think because of that. They haven't seen that before. wow, it's so good. And Chinese, they buy some themselves, they buy for their friends, they share on one WeChat, and then their friends want to buy. It has that kind of effect, right?
It's more like, for the country like Japan or Korea, they are already seeing the potential, the buying power of Chinese.
Yes.
There's no point for them not going to China. See, already they're traveling, I can get this much money. Imagine if I actually open a store in China, how much money could I
can
get?
purchase it day to day.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. It's interesting, when we were in Japan, a lot of tourist location, we actually have certain stores selling Japanese product but owned by Chinese, right?
And they hire a lot of Chinese
staff.
staff.
Like Chinese staff. So they actually, it's interesting how they take the people, go there, because they know where the money is. Then of course there's money in China as well. And in some of the future episodes, we're going to talk about maybe some of the challenges and difficulties getting into China. But obviously China is a big market, it's a huge market, it is still booming. Yeah, people talk about the economy, maybe slow down this and that, but regardless, it's billions of people, there's a lot of money, a lot of disposable income. There's definitely money to be made. Until next time, keep watching, stay tuned. In future episodes, if you want us to feature your questions, comment below, click the subscribe button, click on the bell, turn on notification, and watch some of the new other videos that we have as well. I'll see you in the next episode.